And yesterday was a start. Let's get to the action. Russell Wilson finds Collins for an 80-yard game. Second quarter, Jackson Dart enters. Take another look at it. Wilson just frustrated with the turnover right there. Dart in to start the one. Giants are in the driver's seat. 2 plays later, Dart. QB sneaks up the middle. The swag is turned on. 14-16, 137 yards, 1 passing, and 1 rushing touchdown.
Like you can smell the turf. More preseason action here. Raiders hosting the Niners on Saturday. There you see Ashton Genty running out of the crowd for the first time. 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. Geno Smith faking the handoff to Genty. Fires deep down the sideline. That's Brock Bowers for the contested catch. Look at him secure it, hold on to it. The athleticism, impressive. His only catch of the day is 28 yards. The drive results in a field goal. Later on in the first quarter, we're now tied at 3. Here's Genty again. Keep an eye on it. This time he takes the handoff, just trucking the defender. Muscling his way. It's a 13-yard gain for Genty. He's a rookie. He was drafted 6th out of Boise State, we remember, and he's showing why he was drafted so early. You know, 2 players to rush for over 2,600 yards in FBS history, him and Barry Sanders. He's pretty good. Genty again now, driving forward through 2 Niners, flips right on into the end zone for a touchdown. Don't worry, that was not a fumble. Finished with 7 rushes, 33 yards and a touchdown. Genty's first touchdown of the preseason, but he said, I have arrived.
Colts taking on the Packers. QB1 and 1A, Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson in another preseason bout. Jones fumbles the snap and dives on the loose ball. Don't want to start like that. Rough drive for Jones right there. Jones again with a little play action. Finds Michael Pittman Jr. open near the sideline. A 22-yard gain for first down. So things are rolling. Later that drive, 2 minutes left in the quarter. Jones steps up in the pocket, finds Tyler Warren downfield for 25 yards. The Colts would get a field goal to end the drive, and Jones would be 7 of 11, 101 yards, and just 2 drives out there on the field. Take it to the second quarter. Anthony Richardson drops back, delivers a dart to Drew Ogletree for 21 yards. That's a first down. Solid start for Richardson right there. Same drive. Richardson again sees the pocket collapse, takes off running. The wheels are turning, rushes for 9 yards and a first down. His only rush of the game. Richardson again makes another throw under pressure. This time the Anthony goes for 38 yards. But he gets called back for offensive offside. And Richardson will be 6 of 11, 73 yards, and 9 rushing yards. All right, there's a whole lot of separation. Well, really not that much in this QB competition for the Colts. Both Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson have completed just over 50% of their passes. No touchdowns yet for Jones on his 7 series. And, of course, Richardson led the Colts on 1 touchdown drive against the pretty crowded. But there's quite a bit of injury. So yesterday, when the Browns were taking on the Eagles, Dylan Gabriel got the start. Of course, Shedeur Sanders has that oblique injury. And so here he is making his preseason debut. First quarter, Gabriel fires a perfect pass to Jamari Thrash. That would be a first down. Gabriel went 3 for 3 on third down conversions during his first drive. Started to slow it. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Didn't need that. So we go to under 2 minutes to go in the first half after that pick 6. See it one more time. 2nd and 15 on their own 33. Gabriel go right before the end of the half. So Gabriel had a decent day. 13 for 18, 143 yards, 2 turnovers, though, to cap it off. Browns did win, but here's Gabriel.
There's entertainers and there's competitors, and I totally understand that. And my job is to compete, and that's what I'm focused on doing. Of course, we're doing this mid-game, but it's something that I'll get used to, and just want to be the best team that I can and create an environment where we can all go do our best work. That's all we want to do.
Okay, so that was an interesting quote. He was asked about it again for a little bit more clarification. He had this to say in the post-game press conference. Yeah, first off, I'm all about our team and each other. I would never make that comment, but for me, I've explained it. Entertainers are you all. Competitor, that's what I am and all my teammates. And we both have jobs to do, so that's it. Okay. Jeremy Fowler and Sam Macho are here now to break down the rookies. And obviously, Jeremy, we're going to start with Dylan Gabriel. Comments a little bit up and down, as was his play on the field, which is fine. But do you think the Browns saw enough clarity in terms of the quarterback situation they have there?
So, Shay, they've seen enough clarity to know that they have 2 rookie options that they do like in some capacity. Joe Flacco's still expected to start, but you have Shedeur Sanders performed well last week. Dylan Gabriel did some good things, a little up and down, but the Browns like how he runs the operation, the non-flashy stuff. He understands Kevin Stefanski's offense. The play action moves around well, can avoid sacks. A lot of clarity, except for the fact that Joe Flacco is supposed to play the third preseason game. Kenny Pickett could also get in there as well. The Browns have not made a firm determination yet whether they're going to have 4 quarterbacks on the roster, but they're open to it. But for a first start, this was at least good for Gabriel. They were worried about that hamstring. He's able to get out there healthy, get out of the game healthy. That's important.
So it sounds like Dylan Gabriel has a good grasp on the offense, at least so far in the preseason. So, Acho, what was your evaluation of his performance in that preseason game?
I was impressed by some of the throws by Dylan Gabriel, but what hurt him are the turnovers. The interception, the pick six, is going to look like a negative play, as well as they fumble on the attempted handoff. Those 2 opportunities are 2 data points that actually don't help when it comes to a quarterback competition. There was so much that looked good. You talked about him spreading the ball out all over the field, the pinpoint accuracy, but turning the ball over in a quarterback competition are going to give you a reason not to be as high on the roster as you would have liked. That's what stood out for me with Dylan Gabriel and his performance.
Yeah, the turnovers are never going to look good, especially in a preseason game, but you don't want to see that in the regular season also. Meanwhile, Jeremy Jackson Dart looked fairly impressive on Saturday, 14-16, 137 yards and 2 scores. What do the Giants think about their quarterback plan going into that game?
Well, they love where Dart's at, how he's developed both on the field and off. He's been a high achiever, fast learner, highly motivated, all those things. But head coach Brian Dable made a key word last night, develop. He said he wants to continue to develop Dart, so they're not going to rush him out there. Practices. Even last night, it was interesting. You saw him go in for a play when the first team offense was out there, went and threw a screen pass. Maybe they have a package for him during the season. They can mix him in. The Giants have to make a determination whether Jameis Winston would be the guy to go in as the veteran if Russell Wilson would somehow get hurt during the season. But right now, Dart has really made a compelling case for number 2. He seems to be entrenched in that role somewhat, at least right now.
Okay, so Jeremy says that they're going to develop Dart this season, and I see Sam Acho over there shaking his head at this whole situation. Do you think the plan that the Giants have in place right now, where it sounds like Russell Wilson will be the starter and then maybe up for grabs, maybe we have a package with Jackson Dart, do you think this is a sensible plan for the season?
I think it is the sensible and the right plan for the New York Giants. The reason why is this. The speed of the game gets faster as you go from the preseason to the regular season. And so even though Jackson Dart did look good at times, there were a few mistakes and overthrows that will be even exasperated when the regular season starts. So that's why you want to have 14-year veteran Russell Wilson be your starter and then give the entire season to allow Jackson Dart to focus on what he did in the preseason when you have viable options in front of him. And so I think that Jackson Dart needs to develop. Russell Wilson should start for the season.
I don't know a time where we've ever been talking about the Giants like this. You would know.
I would know. It's been a long time.
That's what I'm talking about.
At least only when it's good stuff. Like, usually it's bad stuff. So,
like, options at quarterback for the Giants is a good thing for New York.
That's why they're good preseason stories.
I know, right?
Exactly. Or NFL draft. However, had a tumultuous season in the Windy City. The QB has a new head coach, and Ben Johnson looking to turn things around. Williams sat down with Courtney Cronin to share